What is up, YouTube? James back here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back-to-Back Battles. Today we'll be using this Mega Salamence team with Mega Salamence, Entei, Aegislash, Milotic, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Koko. Let us get straight into it. But I haven't really used the team seriously since the Aeon Gaming Tournament, and I'm actually really happy that I'm showcasing it on VGC 2018 Back-to-Back Battles, just because I think it's a very fun team. I've been playing a lot more with it, not just for YouTube, obviously. I've also tested, you know, the team to get like a feel of it, like outside of recording, and through the showdown games and some of the battle spot games I had, I really do enjoy playing this team. I mean, I do like it more in a best of 3 setting, because I felt like some of the tools that I can use are more effective in the best of 3 setting than the best of 1 setting, because I really have to figure out like sets. I feel like finding out opponent sets are really big, and I think I'm going to talk more about that when I go into team details with the team analysis video I do have planned for this team. But I felt like this team had more tools for the best of 3 than the best of 1. As best of 3, I find out the sets that my opponent most likely runs, and then I can adjust accordingly to what kind of tools that I have. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to decide because I feel like this team has multiple tools it could use. It's just hard to pick the right ones right away, but we'll see how it goes. As we find our first opponent, Sean VGC from the United States of Texas, 1535 rating as our first opponent, with the team of Tapu Koko, Charizard, Snorlax, Mimikyu, Landorus variant, and Venusaur. So, very aggressive Sun team, it looks like. Yeah. I think I'll lead Salamence, Entei right off the bat. Seems pretty good against most of my opponent's team. Have Koko. I could lead Koko plus Entei, which is also pretty solid, I think. Yeah, I like Koko plus Entei a lot. Landorus could be an issue, but most opponents don't lead Landorus against me since I have Milotic. Salamence is really good in the back, and Bulu for damage output, and the check to Koko. Yeah, I like that. So we'll see how this team goes. I'm guessing the Z move is going to be on Mimikyu Sash, or Z move on Venusaur, I want to say. 50% berry, most likely on Snorlax. I would assume it's a belly drum set. I don't know what else to really say about this team. It's really interesting. You got Charizard Venusaur Fast Sun mode. It also could be like a Charizard X Mega Venusaur Bluff, but that's not really too common nowadays. It was common back in the VGC 14. VGC 14, well, VGC 15 for sure. I don't remember if it was 14. Yeah, it was 14 too, actually. But we'll see when my opponent decides to lead. Almost taking the full time there. I also don't know what my opponent's going to lead. I'm guessing Mimikyu Snorlax. Snorlax is just really good against my team, I feel like. Because I don't have really ways I can knock out Snorlax in one hit, which is really bad for me. But we'll see where my opponent decides to opt for. Got Sean challenging with the what? Gonna have Entei Tapu Koko lead against my opponent's Tapu Koko Charizard. Okay. This is an interesting turn of events. If you have Landorus, you could lead If you have Landorus, you can go into Landorus, I feel like. I think you might also have an Electric type move, but that you want to go for Bulu. And even though I think Landorus does want to come in, like, Bulu covers both the switches anyway, and I don't see a reason not to give World Havoc to Charizard because I want to keep my Bulu safe from, like, a Heat Wave. So I'm going to make this play of going to Bulu and Electrium Z. Even if my opponent goes into Landorus, I do get an Electric type attack into Charizard. Well, I either force the Charizard out or I force it to protect. And if it does protect, Electrium Z into Thunderbolt might be able to knock out Charizard, depending on its set. And yeah, if Landorus wants to come in, I still have my Bulu. So Entei gonna retreat, going to Bulu. What's my opponent gonna do? I would assume we protect or switch out Charizard. Okay, you're gonna stay in. Protect with Koko. Is it double protect the Scout or is it Tailwind protect? Oh, I think my opponent went for Tailwind. Interesting decision when I have both the option to Stone Edge, since most Entei's do carry Stone Edge. I wonder if my opponent knows that. Or just Gigavolt Havoc right off the bat. But if I get rid of Charizard, that's so good for my Bulu. Of course, Venusaur could come in, but that means my opponent doesn't have the Sun either, which is really nice. So, goodbye, Charizard. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye. So, Charizard goes down. That's an interesting play there. I guess maybe thinking it was too obvious. Maybe tried to go for a hard read. I would double up the Coco slot. But I don't think I had a reason not to target on the Charizard slot. Well, with the play I made for. So, let's see what my opponent's going to opt to bring in the back. Mimikyu, okay. Totem, so it's not Z Destiny Bond. That's good to know. I think I could just Wood Hammer. I don't really need Coco much anymore. I'm just going to Gleam Wood Hammer. Try and knock out the Mimikyu potentially. I'm pretty sure in grassy terrain, Wood Hammer should be able to pick up the knockout Mimikyu. Z-move could be scary, but if it's Z-move, if it uses a Z-move, then I could get a free switch in and pick up the knockout Mimikyu. I don't feel like it's the worst case in the world. So I will Dazzling Gleam here. And if you want to try to set up Trick Room, I don't know if you can set up a Trick Room with Bulu on the field. We'll see. And you have to be fast Mimikyu to outspeed me. Or at least have a decent amount of speed investment. Ooh, we're going to see the Sky Drop. Okay, Trick Room? It's Trick Room, okay. Does Coco get terrain or no? No, it doesn't, because it's in the sky, okay. I can still get reverse swept by Snorlax, potentially. I don't see a reason not to just Gleam, though, and Wood Hammer and Mimikyu slot. Play Rough, which is fine, because that's not going to KO Tapu Koko. At all. Guess the attack drop, that doesn't really hurt me. Coco gonna Sky Drop. Oh, right, I wouldn't be able to move, so I wouldn't be able to get Wood Hammer off. Dazzling Gleam gonna come out. That's hard to say. I can't tell if that's bulky or not. I want to say it's not. Because that really didn't do anything. Like, it did a lot, I feel like, for an unboosted Gleam. I could be messing up damage calcs, but I'm just going to Wood Hammer and Gleam here. I don't see a reason not to. Even if... I don't see a reason not to. I'm wasting turns of Trick Room anyway if my opponent wants to play Sky Drop Mind Games. I try to not pick up a knockout, so... Oh, okay. Hard Snorlax. Wood Hammer. That does so much damage. Gonna activate a berry, and I also get a Gleam off. We'll see if the Tapu Koko speed type potentially or not. Nope. It's just a Dazzling Gleam that's gonna be able to pick up the... It doesn't even pick up the knockout, actually, because of the terrain. Well, also because of the fact I'm 8V. So I do get the knockout on Coco. The terrain actually has nothing to do with it. What am I saying? But I do get the knockout, which is nice. And Trick Room's wearing out soon. And my opponent wants to ever Belly Drum. You're going to be super low with that Snorlax. So Mimikyu's going to come out. Let's see a reason not to Horn Leech and Dazzling Gleam. Even if I lose both these Pokemon and my opponent doesn't want to set up, that's fine with me. I get Salamence plus Entei in, I get Intimidate off, and then I get Entei in, and Salamence in. Entei can threaten and knock out, so can Salamence. Salamence can threaten and knock out in the Trick Room. It's just going to be returned here, which is fine. Into the Coco slot, okay. Does that mean Mimikyu's slower? It is slower, okay. Play Rough in the top of Bulu, which is fine. I think Double Edge does knock out Snorlax, though. I mean, Double Edge knocks out Mimikyu. I mean, I'm just gonna get in Mimikyu, Entei, and Salamence. I get Intimidate off on both these Pokemon. I am kind of worried about Z Mimikyu. Because I don't know if -1 actually would knock out Salamence. I mean, it's a very powerful Z move, so I think it would. I'm just going to Sacred Fire Snorlax, and I'm going to Mega Ball Protect. Because the double up's not going to knock out Entei. If you want to recycle, that's fine. If you want to go for Belly Drum, that's even better for me. If you just want to get damage, that's fine too. Like, there's not much that can really hurt me right here. Maybe stockpile, I guess. I guess if you stockpile, that's like the one thing. If you belly drum, that's fine. There's not much my opponent can really do here in this situation, though. It's belly drum, okay. I hope my opponent remembered that they didn't have a berry because they don't have a berry. Oh, Psych Up, right. Does that mean you have Shadow Sneak as your last move? Sacred Fire and a Snorlax. Let's pick up the knockout, okay. So I don't even know Shadow Sneak knocks out Salamence. I don't think it knocks out a Mega Salamence in one hit. I don't believe it. I'm just gonna Double Edge and Sacred Fire. Which is why I didn't want, like, I had no reason not to protect Entei, and I'd rather not risk Farium Z on that turn, because if you Farium Z and Recycle, you could potentially beat Entei 1v1. So Shadow Sneak, it is the last move. Does this knock out Mance? I doubt it. Yeah, not even close. Double Edge and the Mimikyu picks up the knockout, and that's going to be a good game. So, yeah, really interesting turn one. Like, I think my opponent was going for Tailwind there, but I just, because that's the only reason I think you don't Mega Evolve there, but not sure. Maybe my opponent was like, okay, I'm fine sacking Charizard. Maybe I'll try to get Mimikyu and Snorlax sweep, and if I can get the Tailwind up, I can sweep my opponent. Maybe my opponent was going for that trade where my opponent either gets the Tailwind up or can get a free switch into Mimikyu and Trick Room, but luckily he just wasn't able to do anything. Especially with Koko protecting, that was really great for me just because I was able to not take any damage that turn. So Sky Drop was interesting too. Was it AV Koko? No, it took too much from Gleam. Sky Drop, Gleam. Alright, we got our second opponent though. 3. Heavy Trick Room. Oranguru, Camerupt. Oranguru, Camerupt, Stakataka, Lucario, Como, and Drampa. This looks like a really weird and interesting team. Fascinating. It's actually really fascinating. I think I want to go Aegislash Milotic here. Aegislash Milotic. I think Entei in the back is pretty good. Bulu could do some work. Salamence. Salamence take 2 eruptions, I guess is the question. I don't know, we'll try it out. I'm worried about how this game's gonna go because I'm honestly not exactly too sure of how this game's gonna go. I guess it all comes down to what my opponent leads. I'm pretty sure it's a Oranguru plus Lucario gonna lead. I mean, you could lead Stakataka, but I don't think you lead Stakataka when there's the threat of like Gigabolt Havocs, Superpowers, Bloom Dooms, all that good stuff that I have. I don't know what you're gonna lead. I think it would be a Oranguru Lucario so you could Final Gambit, or try to Final Gambit. Yeah. It is Stakataka though is the lead, okay. Aegislash Milotic. Don't see a reason not to sub here. And Protect? Yeah, Protect is fine. Like, I don't think my opponent can really punish this. So I'll just Protect sub here. Follow me, okay. Gonna be able to sub up. And Trick Room, okay. Didn't expect to follow me, but maybe my opponent was worrying about like Scarf Milotic's Hydro Pump. Or the Lucario outspeeds that if it's Scarf. Maybe it's not Scarf, maybe it's Sash. I mean, I'll just Shadow Ball plus Scald, because I don't think Stakataka can break a sub from Aegislash unless you have Earthquake. Maybe Stomping 10. Maybe Rock Slide can if it's Life Orb. Oh, my opponent's gonna hard switch out in a Como. Okay. And Rock Slide. Okay. Hopefully no flinches. Well, you can't flinch Aegis Slash behind the sub, and yeah, I do take that, so I am able to get a Shadow Ball. I would have also liked to get I would have liked to get a Scald off in the Stakataka more. Shadow Ball, good amount. And Scald, nice, so I get to put in range of another Shadow Ball. Nice. And I get to burn too, which I think it might be a physical Como set, since this doesn't look like a Zimu Como set. I think it would be a Belly Drum set, actually. It'd be Z Belly Drum. I think I'll just King Shield. I don't have good rock resist in the back. Do I need Salamence healthy? Not really. I'll just go into Salamence here. I could have also protected, double protected, but we'll see here. I want to get Intimidate off in the Stakataka right away, and then try to pivot into Milotic on a good turn. Is Como slower than Aegis Slash if it's min speed? I don't know. Isn't Como like base 80 something? We'll find out. I'm gonna King Shield. Because I don't want like Rock Slide into min speed Flamethrower knocking me out potentially. Rock Slide gonna come out, which is fine. I doubt you're gonna go for a Dragon type move. I think it would be a Drain Punch or a Fighting type move or something. Is that Z move? Okay, it's Z move Como on a Trick Room team. Not sure how I feel about that. That makes it annoying. I wish I could have just Shadow Ball instead, since I'm guessing it has speed. I mean, the Como's weak. I think it's in Shadow Ball range. I'm gonna go into Entei. Should I just double up Como just to be safe? I think I should double up Como just to be safe. I wish I had Stomping Tantrum on the Entei right here, because it would be such a safe play here. Shadow Ball. Sacred Fire. What's the Sakataka item then? It's not Life Orb. Is it a berry? Rock Slide gonna come out. Which should break my sub here. Oh, it doesn't break my sub. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I guess Shadow Ball off. I do hope it knocks out Como. If it doesn't, I need Entei not to flinch and to hit the Sacred Fire. Okay, it does knock out Como. Nice. And the chip damage onto Stakataka would be very beautiful for Milotic in the back. Nice. And if we get a burn, that's also a bonus. That did nothing. We do get a burn though, which is very fortunate. I think that's like the first Sacred Fire burn I got in like a long time. Because I honestly can't really remember a time where I really burned with Entei. Or one, I guess, that really mattered. This one does matter because it helps against the Stakataka. Camerupt gonna come out. Last turn of Trick Room, right? Yeah. So I'll just sack to get my Milotic in. Yeah. I'll sack to get my Milotic in. A Stakataka is gonna withdraw, okay. Into Lucario. Oh, that's smart. Especially if you're Earth powering the Entei slot, I think that's really smart. That's really smart because if you do, you can follow me or Final Gambit to my Milotic slot. That's really smart. I like that hard switch. I thought my opponent was going to make me play a 50-50 against the Sakataka Sam Trick Room again. King Shield. It is Earth Power, okay. Very nice play. I really like that. For my opponent. Okay. Aegis Slash is at full. Trick Room returns to normal. I go Milo. I want to say it's Scarf Lucario. So I'm gonna Shadow Ball Protect. I really want to say that's Scarf Lucario. If it is Scarf, I Shadow Ball it, so Final Gambit, or if it follows me, that's fine too, I guess. Yeah, it's Final Gambit coming out, which I would assume so. So I'm gonna Shadow Ball to put it in range where Final Gambit doesn't knock me out. And then I'm guessing it's an Earth Power and Aegislash? Shadow Ball. Yeah, because now Final Gambit's not KOing by any stretch. Earth Power into the Aegislash. Yep. Perfect. And if it is Scarf Lucario, I can sub up here and recover off the damage from this Lucario if Camera wants to protect. Because my opponent's put in a very tricky spot right here. Because I could recover off the damage so I could live in Earth Power and I sub up, because if Camera up wants to risk, that's just going to be forfeited. What? I think my opponent definitely had a shot to win that, but maybe thought it was too hard to win? I don't know. I know like Final Gambit's not going to KO Milotic, but you still have a chance with Earth Power. Unless the Camera doesn't have Protect. If the Camera doesn't have Protect, then yeah, that's probably why you give up, I guess. I mean, I had no reason not to recover there, because one, it covers the future turn where I feel like if Camera does Protect and Lucario tries to get the Final Gambit and then Stack Attacker comes in, then again, my opponent would need a double Protect with Camera because I could Scald that slot. It's actually kind of hard to call. I guess if you get a double with Camera, you can still win, but if you don't have Protect at all, yeah, maybe I should have just Scalded if that's the case, because I forgot you probably need a double Protect if you want to try to win this game anyway. I went for Recover because I felt like it was a safe play there too, because my opponent couldn't threaten a knockout unless Lucario wasn't Scarf, but on those teams you do run Scarf on Lucario. So I'm not exactly too sure. Like, I felt like my opponent definitely did have options, and I felt like a beautiful play, but I'm not sure. Maybe Follow Me was better there. I had to take a risk with the Final Gambit. It did pay off. But if it was Follow Me, it could have changed things, because redirecting the Scald is so huge for my opponent there. But last opponent with the Mawile, Cresselia, Bulu, not Bulu. Well, there is actually a Bulu. Incineroar, Pelipper, and Ludicolo. Okay, this looks like a Gothmog rain team, except you have Cresselia and Pelipper over the Politoed Gothitelle. I do have room to switch, which is nice against this team. Aegislash, Bulu looks really good here. I think I go Salamence, and I think I go Entei in the back. Maybe I should have gone Milotic. Milotic could have done nice against the Incineroar, the Mawile, and the Pelipper technically, since it can do a lot of work to Pelipper. I don't like it against Ludicolo and Bulu though. We'll find out here. I'm not sure if you're going to lead like a Tricker mode. I guess Aegislash Cresselia could be a bit scary to play against. Because I don't know what item and speed stat the Incineroar is. I guess maybe I should consider that. It's Pelipper Ludicolo though, okay. Grassy Surge, so I'm confirmed faster than the Pelipper. I don't know if you're going to Fake Out or if you're going to Hydro Vortex straight out. Let's see. I think I can risk going for sub here and would hammer the Ludicolo just because Ludicolo is such a big threat to my team, even risking maybe both my Pokemon this turn. Actually, I don't like my play. Because if you Hydro Vortex, which you are, and if you knock out Aegis, maybe that wasn't the play. Now that I think about it. think I should have King Shield or switched out. I was worried about fake out Hurricane in the Bulu turn 1. But losing my Aegislash here wouldn't be nice. And yeah, I'm probably going to lose both my Pokemon here, so that's not good at all. You get the knockout on a Ludi. Yeah. So I'll trade Ludicolo for the Bulu. Tailwind, okay. That's not bad then. I mean, it's still bad. If I King Shield, I would have been in such a good position. I should have probably King Shield. They always Hydro Vortex turn 1. And my opponent's team is kind of weak to it. Mawile. Get Salamence in for Intimidate. I'm still faster than a Mawile after the after the Tailwind, which is good to know. Well, it's probably like mixed speed. I'm trying to figure out, like, is there a way I could really win this? If Woodhammer knocks out Pelipper and I live a Hurricane, maybe. But I don't think I live a Hurricane. I could go into Entei, but I feel like I need to keep Entei healthy. Because I think Entei can live 1 Scald from the Pelipper, which could be pretty big. So I think I'm going to go for that play instead. Go off Entei, living a Scald potentially, and I'm going to protect. Hurricane into Bulu. Does it knock out? It does, okay. Oh, jeez. Not what I anticipated at all. I don't even think there was a point of SDing there, though. Maybe if I double edge crit the Pelipper? I know. I think I lost this game on the turn 1. I don't think I should have risked Aegislash. But I was just really worried about fake out. Well, maybe does Ghostium knock out? Okay. The question is, I don't know the Ghostium calc on Ludicolo. If it does knock out, maybe my opponent was more worried about Ghostium that turn and wanted to get rid of Aegislash instead. If not, I kind of regret not going for the, Oh, Entei doesn't even live a Scald. Oh, that's a game. Let's see if Doublish... Let's see if it's Sash or not. Well, we won't find out because, yeah, it's going to take it. Pelipper has decent defense and I might -1. Ironhead's going to go out on Salamence, and that is a game. So, okay, our win streak ends there. I should have thought about that turn 1 more. I shouldn't have I should have, like, weighed out because I felt like Aegislash was just such a threatening Pokemon to my opponent's team. So, I feel like my opponent wanted to get rid of that threat turn 1, and I should have went for the King Shield. Like, I have played against Rain. The Rain matchup's not exactly the easiest matchup with this team, I felt like. I remember when I was playing Rain for the Aeon, like a Rain team in top 8, and it was a really difficult matchup. I felt like I had to get every play right. Unfortunately, I took a big risk turn 1 here, but I should have anticipated. My opponent really didn't have a good time with Aegislash with the Rain mode, because you led Rain, you probably have Mawile on the back, and then I'm guessing the last one would probably be like Cress or... Would you bring Incineroar? I'm not sure. I see Cress probably. So maybe I should just put King Shield with, because if I King Shield, the game would have been a lot easy. I think a lot better for me. And a lot more manageable, I feel like. Because if I was able to keep my Aegislash around, yeah, I should have just kept Aegislash around. Oh well, live and learn. I still feel like that matchup's tough. Just because Ludicolo can pick up a knockout on pretty much everything with Pelipper. Like, yeah, like usually my game plan is to trade for the Ludicolo, but the problem is I have to make the read of do they try to get rid of the Bulu so they don't risk the Ludicolo. But yeah, there's a lot of, I think that matchup's not exactly the most desirable for this team. And I think I should always protect my Aegis turn 1 with it. But anyway, hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back-to-Back Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below, show some support, as well as you can check out my other stuff, such as my social medias down below. My Twitch link is down in the description. The payspin of this team is also in the description down below. And you can always check me out on some other stuff, such as the side series on this channel. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Feel free to leave a comment down below because I do read them. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Have a great day, people. I will catch you around in another video.